ready for your daily dose of League of Legends and LCS news. I'm Mad Magical, and this is WorthTV. First bit of news is going to be EULCS rosters have been announced for spring at 2018. It's really interesting to see how a lot of these have kind of formed together now that the exodus has been over, the dust has settled from everyone leaving towards NA, and we got to see these teams for EU and what they are going to mean. We already kind of knew how a lot of them were going to be. There's a lot of the leaks, the tweets coming out, but the more important ones I want to really focus on are going to be the substitutes coming in for a lot of these teams. Bwipo being one of them for the top lane for Fnatic. It's really interesting to see this player coming out of the LCL, the CIS if you don't know. He was with Rox, not Rox Tigers, but Rox over there, and they finished last place. Not necessarily the best team, but honestly, this was probably one of the best players in the LCL and as a whole. This guy can fill up almost any role that you put him into. Hell, he just got amazing Jace, got an amazing Jax, even played a lot of Jarvan the 4th back when it was starting to shift away from that bruiser top lane and into the jungle. He still was like, no, I can play this amazingly. So he'll be a great addition for Fnatic. Put him underneath Soaz. You'll have both the veteran status of Soaz and then this rookie power of Bwipo, who can kind of mesh together. And I think Bwipo can learn a lot from Soaz. And hell, maybe if they don't feel Soaz is cutting it well enough for the team and they need to get rid of him and get someone else who's not so feast or famine, they can put Bwipo in, and we never know how they could end up forming for Fnatic. I'd love to see what will end up coming out of that. But then we also have to talk about Candyfloss. Candyfloss comes in for H2K as their new jungle, more of just the substitute coming in. But he's renowned for his toxicity, not necessarily a friendly guy. Though, I will give him a lot of credit. He plays a mean Ivern and Nunu, well known for not necessarily outplaying them mechanically, but outplaying them strategically, always being a couple camps ahead of his opponents, usually a good 10 seconds ahead of anyone. So he'll be really weird to see, not to say the least. I mean, you already have Gilius coming in with, God, what team was he with again? I can't even remember. Gilius is not necessarily my favorite type of player, so it's him and Candyfloss both being in EU will be something to behold. We'll see which spirit is stronger out of those two. But then also let's talk about the substitutes coming in for G2. We have Sacre? Sacre? I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he comes out of Croatia. New top lane sub coming in. Rookie player. Not much is known from him. He's out of the Balkan region, but still has a lot to prove. And I love rookies that come out of nowhere. You never know what you can expect. And look at Levi last year. Look what he's done for the whole entirety of the GPL, and just showing how strong this region can be. I mean, sure, we had SFM way back before him coming out of Vietnam as well, but honestly, it'll be really exciting to see if G2 ever decide to play him. They do already have a lot of talent coming in for G2 that they don't necessarily need to rely on simply just this new sub, but you can learn a lot. Then we have Inax coming in as the sub 80 carry for Splice, and Splice is honestly a team I'm going to really be watching out for in EU. I think they're going to be one of the top teams. People put them around, I'd say, the top 4, but I honestly think they will be either top 2 or even the top team in spring and summer. They have so much talent that they've been bringing in. They already have Kassing coming in as their substitute, another UK player. They're bringing in a UK head coach of Peter Dunn. He was the previous coach of INTZ and the assistant coach of RNG before that. And honestly, he's amazing to kind of follow on Twitter. I recommend going to him. He did a whole thing on Worlds where he'd put a simple tweet with just one sentence saying how each game went down and why a team won and why a team lost. Really fun stuff to look at, and it shows his intelligence in the game as a whole. But then the last little sub that we got to talk about has got to be Boris. This guy coming out of nowhere. Mitch Voorhees? Vorpool? Something like that. It's a new guy. I've never heard of this guy before in my life. Not once ever. Obviously, I'm trolling. I mean, it's Crepo. Boris is Crepo. I don't know why he's doing the whole thing with the name, but he's going to be the substitute for Schalke No Fear. But going under the name of Boris, I think it's more of a way to stay out of the spotlight, doesn't want to bring too much attention to himself and away from the rest of the players of Schalke No Fear. He's also going to be the strategic coach for the team, while the head coach is going to be Gil Hoto. I hope I said your name right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. But anyways, he's going to be the head coach, so Bwipo will be taking a step back, even though it was announced before that he was going to be the head coach. He's still going to be a major part of Schalke 04, and we'll see how the whole team kind of coalesces around this shift up that's coming in with Boris. So you never know how it all will go. And for the final topic, yes, I know, final topic already, but there wasn't too much news for LCS stuff today. I mean, outside of the big drop coming in from the EULCS, we didn't really get much, but I'm going to talk about Tyler 1. And normally I would abstain from talking about streamers unless it had to do with a pro player such as Sneaky, Double Lift, Biofrost, Aframu. I mean, there's so many others I could talk about, but it would have to really pertain to LCS kind of style. But this time, I feel like I can make an exception for Tyler 1 because what he did was he passed Faker's top rank on Twitch for the most concurrent viewers at one time for an individual person streaming. Faker before held the record at 245,000, but Tyler 1 finally getting unbanned. He no longer has to worry about it. He is finally reformed. We all knew it was coming. But he was able to get to nearly 400,000 concurrent viewers at its peak. In fact, it pretty much broke Twitch when it happened. There's a lot of errors happening. I didn't have to worry about that. I was at work, so I only saw clips of what came down. It was really cool to actually watch his stream, even through the clips, and see how much he's changed and truly does want to help out League of Legends as a whole. Just the community, the game, himself. It's really awesome. If you haven't watched any, I definitely recommend go checking out some of the clips. You'll probably find it all over Reddit for the next couple of days. You could even go to his channel, Tyler. I mean, if you don't know, it's LOL Tyler 1. It's pretty easy. Discount code Alpha, all that good jazz. But with him having passed Faker, being the #1, I'm really interested to see if anyone can outdo him past that in the near future. I highly doubt it. It'd probably take a miracle. But honestly, congratulations to Tyler 1. And with that, guys, we are going to call it an evening or call it a day, wherever it is for you. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was WorthTV. I was Mad Magical, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.